This video is to help you learn how to set up your program in the Pyramid Model Implementation Data System for South Carolina. This data system is available to our Pyramid Pieces partners who are participating in program-wide implementation. Before you can begin entering data into the system, you should have received an initial training from your Pyramid Pieces sector coordinator and completed the user agreement and ID request forms. If you have not completed these items, please reach out to your sector coordinator, Nicole Randall for Child Care Centers, or Jennifer Harris for district programs. To set up your program in PIDS, there are two main areas that will need your attention. The first is creating classrooms, and the second is creating Pyramid Model Professionals. Once you have created records in these dashboards, you can begin entering data. You see here that there is also an option to enter children. That dashboard is not essential for you to be able to begin using the system well. And there will be a video available on our website that will show you how to enter children into the system if you choose to gather child level data in your program. As you prepare to create classrooms and professionals, you will need to use a system for creating unique IDs for each record. We have assigned program IDs for each of our partners, which can be the first part of your unique ID for each entry. Each entry will then have a letter to identify the type of record and then a final number. For example, a practitioner coach in program with the ID code 101 would have an ID of 101, C as in cat, 01. This indicates the program code, a coach record, and that this is the first coach on the data collector's list sheet. The same process is used for classroom IDs, which are noted with an R, teacher IDs noted with a T, and other professionals that may be created and can be identified with the letter L. This will be for your leadership team members and others that could be entered into the system that are not coaches or teachers. Of course, you're welcome to create your own ID system, but please make sure to keep track of it and keep it securely stored as outlined in the user agreement. Now you're ready to create a classroom. You'll want to enter every classroom in your program, even if they are not yet receiving a teapot or tippy toes observation or coaching. If there are AM and PM sections, please make sure to note that as well. Remember to enter your classroom ID, and then you'll enter all information, including name, location, type of classroom, such as is it infant, toddler, or preschool, and whether it's being served by a substitute. Once all of your classrooms are created, you're ready to start creating your Pyramid Model Professionals. Before you enter employees, you can use the PIDS employee data collection sheet found on our website to note names, ID numbers, any pyramid model trainings they've had, their role in your program, classroom assignment, and start date. This information will translate directly into the dashboard when you create your records. Please note, all teapot and tippy toes observers must be entered as Pyramid Model Professionals before they can observe a classroom and have that data entered. Please reach out to your sector coordinator, as some teapot and tippy toes observers have already been entered into the system and can easily be tied to your program. If they are not in the system, you may enter the observers in and send that list to your coordinator, who will verify reliability training. Once your program is set up, you can begin entering data. At the time of initial implementation, you will start with these data points: your program's benchmarks of quality, teapot and tippy toes observations, and coaching logs. Now let's take a look at what it looks like to set up your program, entering in your classrooms and your Pyramid Model Professionals. When you log into the Pyramid Model Implementation Data System, or PIDS, this screen is the first one you see. On the left is a list of dashboards that you have access to and where you will be entering in your information. A separate video has been created for each dashboard on the left and can be found on our PIDS resource page on the website. Now we need to set up our program, with the first step being to enter classrooms. We're going to click on the Classrooms dashboard in our left-hand menu. And it brings up the newest it brings up our dashboard for adding classrooms. So the first thing I'm going to do is click the blue Add New Classroom button. And I'm going to enter the classroom name. The classroom name can be as simple as the school or building name and its room number, or any other way and method you use to identify your classrooms. In this practice one, I'm going to enter this as elementary classroom or pre-K. Let's do pre-K. Classroom 1. My ID number, this is in school district 54, so it's going to be in 054, room, R for room, and it's going to be my 5th classroom. This school district is located, or this building is located in South Carolina. Here you can put the town that it is in, it's the specific building where it is located, or any other identifying information for that location. Is this an infant toddler classroom? I'm going to say no. Is it a preschool classroom? I'm going to say yes. And is it currently being served by a substitute? No. And I'm going to click Save. Now, in this example, and you can see it's here down on the bottom, 054R5 is my pre-K classroom located in South Carolina, and it is preschool, not infant toddler. In this example, I want to show what it would be like if we had an AM and a PM section. So there's my AM section, and to add the PM section, I'm going to click Add New Classroom again. My classroom name was Pre-K Classroom 01. And I'm going to put PM here. In my ID number, I'm going to need to do the same thing. I'm going to put the same ID number, and then after its classroom number, I'm going to put PM so that I know it's my afternoon section. Still located in South Carolina. It is not an infant toddler classroom. It is preschool, and there is not a substitute. And then I'm going to click my green Save button. And I now have both my AM and PM sections for Pre-K Classroom 01. Once I have all of my elementary or my classrooms entered into the system, I can go on and add my Pyramid Model Professionals. Clicking on the Pyramid Model Professionals tab brings up that dashboard where I can either upload rosters. If I have a full roster that's, and I want to do one upload, I can click the Upload Roster button. Which brings up a template that you can use and an example, along with instructions on how to import this file into the system so that it saves your record. When you're ready and have everything completed, you can select your file, import it, and preview to make sure it is accurate. But today we're not going to do that because I do not have a roster file to upload. Instead, I'm going to add a new professional by clicking on the blue button in the upper right corner. I'll notice that I'm entering in for school district 54. I want to make sure that I have the correct program, and I'm going to start entering in our professional's name. For today, for this one, our professional is named Minnie. And her ID number as a teacher, she's in school district 54. She is a teacher, and she's teacher 7. Minnie is female, but we can see when I click my gender options, I have others that I can choose from, including prefer not to report. I'm not quite sure of her ethnicity, so I'm going to choose prefer not to report. And the same for her race, though I have many options to choose from. Her current email is minniemouse@district54.edu. She is an employee, and she started with us at the beginning of the school year. I'm going to leave this information blank because Minnie has not left our program, so I don't have a separation date or reason for her, and I am instead going to click my green Save button. Once I do that, it tells me I have successfully added the professional, and now I can enter more detail. By scrolling down, I now have options to add Minnie Mouse's trainings, her job functions in our program, and classrooms that she is assigned to. So when Minnie started, she took her pyramid model preschool modules. And so we're going to enter that in here. I have several to choose from, including positive solutions for families and even our infant toddler modules here for our childcare centers. Once I have chosen her training, I'm going to click Save. And I can add any other trainings that she has done since joining the program. And save. And this will keep a running record of the trainings she's received. Next, I want to add a new job function for Minnie Mouse. She is a classroom teacher. And so I'm going to click the Add New Job Function tab and choose her job type. You can see we have teacher, teaching assistant, observers, and several other specialty functions here in this menu. But for today, she is a teacher. And her start date again was in August. She hasn't left our program yet, so we're going to leave this end date blank and we're going to click Save. Now, if Minnie serves in other roles, we can continue to add job functions to her record here, and as many as we need to. So if she was serving as a practitioner coach, if she was serving as a behavior specialist, we could add each of those here to show the support that Minnie gives within our program. For today, she will have only a teacher designation, and I think that's plenty. So let's give Minnie a classroom. For her classroom assignment, we're going to add a new assignment. Her assign date was the beginning of the year. And now I have all of those classrooms that were entered earlier. And so Minnie is part of, she teaches in pre-K classroom 1. She's the teacher, and she has not left that classroom yet. So now that I've given her classroom 1, I'm going to hit this first green Save button. But Minnie also teaches the afternoon section. And so I want to make sure and note that here as well. Because we want to make sure and note everywhere that Minnie, every classroom that Minnie is tied to. So I have her pre-K PM section. I'm going to click Save. And now I need to click Save again to save this entire record. When I click Save the last time, you'll see this yellow warning pop up that tells me the first name and last name match another professional in this program. If you know that all of the information is correct, you can close out of that warning, scroll down, and click the green Save button one last time. And now Minnie Mouse is here added as a professional into your program. Now, what happens if you have someone who is a Teapot Reliable Observer, and we need to say they are going to be observing Minnie's classroom? So Ron Weasley is our leadership coach, and he's also a Teapot Reliable Observer. And in this cycle, he is going to observe Minnie's classroom. So to add him to her classroom, we're going to click Edit under the Gray Actions tab. I can see Ron is in there, his coach ID is in there, his start date. He has here on the left his practice-based coaching training and Teapot reliability noted. And then he also has his job functions in the program noted as well. Now, right now, he's listed as a Teapot Reliable Observer for this classroom, but we also want him to observe Minnie's classroom at PK01. So we're going to, again, add a new assignment. He's going to be assigned to this classroom October 3rd. He's going to do 054 R05. Remember, that is Minnie's classroom. And his job for this is as a Teapot Reliable Observer. I will click this green Save button, and I will click the bottom Save button again to save the entire record. There's my warning. Even though he was already in there, I still need to go down and click Save one more time. And now he has been added as a Teapot Observer for Minnie's classroom. If I want to see everything in this record and make sure not to change anything, I can hit View under the Actions tab and see all of the classrooms for which he is assigned. Now, I know that some programs do not want to put any teacher information into the system, such as first name or last name. And if that is the case, there is a simple workaround that we've created to help you do that. So if I don't want Liz Tyler's name to be available in any data view, I'm going to go in and I'm going to change her first and last name to that of matching her ID number. So Liz's ID number is 110T01. And instead of her first name, I'm going to put the first part of her ID and the last part here. I'm going to just split it up, and you can split it up in any way that you want. I'm going to change her email address to match her ID number. And then I'm going to click Save if there is no other information that I need to change in this record. And so now, if an outside data viewer is looking at this, all they're going to see is that there is a teacher whose ID is 110T01, and only you, the data collector, will know who that's tied to. So several options for how you can enter your teachers and your coaches. Please make sure to review this video and reach out to Jennifer, Harris, or Nicole Randall if you have any questions, and you are now ready to begin entering data.